Good afternoon. My name is Ganesh, and I represent this company called Skilltrain. Just to give you a quick background into what we do, we started off trying to understand two aspects of a major problem that we noticed in the Indian education segment and the employability segment. On one side, we noticed that there are close to, NSDC data says about 150 million people required, trained skill force that's required by 2022. And on the other hand, we also noticed that, and that's again UGC data, which says close to 15 million students drop out of the entire education system every year. So Skilltrain was essentially born to try and see if we can bridge this gap. If there is some way that we can give skills to school dropouts and try and see if we can make them employable and make them available to the Indian industry. That's how Skilltrain was born. So our model is very simple in terms of the way we work. 4 components to it. Number one, we offer them a lot of video-based training content on mobile phones, and this is typically for rural school dropouts that we work in. Now, these are all video formats, video-based courses that we offer, and the courses that we work on right now are courses like mobile repairing, electronic repairing, TV repair, computer repairing, and so on and so forth. So these are the kind of courses that we have developed videos on. We make it available to them in basic mobile phones. Now, your question would be, will a rural audience be able to access video? Now, surprisingly, what we noticed, we currently work in Madhya Pradesh, that a lot of these rural people, they have these very simple Chinese mobile phones. The one that I have is a touchscreen phone, and this costs 1,200 bucks. It's easily available in rural areas. And we noticed that this is available in plenty in rural areas. So we said, why not put this video content onto these mobile phones and make it available to them? And we made it available. We made it available completely free of cost. So we actually distribute all our video content completely free of cost to the rural audience. So they go through the learning content on their mobile phone. We combine it with an evaluation process, which is a telephonic evaluation process. So they give us a missed call, we call them back and try and assess if they have completed a particular unit or not. The next stage in the entire process is offering them practical training, which is where we connect them with rural workshops, repairing shops who are already in their villages in these small towns. So we connect these students to these rural practice shops or repairing shops where they go and undergo practical training, hands-on practical training. And for this process, they actually pay an hourly fees to the repairing shop. Now these hourly fees are very, very nominal. Usually the fees is around 10 to 15 rupees per hour. And therefore, a mobile repairing practical training, which will take about 50 hours, will actually cost about 500 rupees for the student in the rural area. And he goes through practical training. We again combine that with a certification process. Now, if a student completes or meets the criteria set by the Government of India, we enable them or we put them through the Government of India Modular Employability Skill Scheme, enabling them to actually get a Government of India certification which is recognized, accepted. It's a National Council of Vocational Training certification. If they don't, we have our own certification process and evaluation process. So they get certified, and finally we close the gap by trying to see if we can employ them or we can place them in organizations. So we work with a lot of organizations who are keen on hiring such talent, vocationally trained talent, and we try and see if we can employ these students in organizations. On the other end, we also work with a lot of microfinance companies to try and see if we can make a loan or something that's available to these students so that they can get started on a self-employment mode as well. So at the end of the day, that's the ultimate objective. The objective with which we start is there some way we can help a school dropout earn 4,000 to 5,000 rupees a month? And is there some way this can actually address the workforce requirement, the skill requirement that exists across the organization? So that's how we've been working. These are some of the courses that we offer. We focus, as I said, as a mobile repairing, electronics, computing skills, and hardware networking. But this is just the beginning. We've been in operation for almost about 6-7 months now. We've seen excellent response for these. These are some of the courses that we plan to do on, and there is a lot of work that's already happening from the content side on these courses. Now, what's the ultimate benefit? What's the benefit to the student? Of course, typically a school dropout, normally he doesn't have any other opportunity for him to go through mainstream education because he is ineligible or he doesn't have the financial capability to go through some kind of a program like that. Which is where I think this makes it very, very easy for him. So a typical, just to give you an example, a mobile repairing course, which could cost about 6,000 rupees in a small town for him to pursue, he can probably do that in less than 1,000 rupees on a skill train model. And this is a certified program. He can get a Government of India certification, and he's also connected with employment opportunities, or for that matter, self-employment opportunities. Most important thing is he has this choice available, highly flexible. The objective with which we started off is if we can make skill training as cheap as a mobile recharge. And that's the reason why all our practical trainings are on a 10 rupee, 15 rupee kind of a payment model. Because when we went to the school dropout and asked him, how much can you afford to pay? He says, can you bring it down to the cost of a mobile recharge? And a typical mobile recharge in rural areas is typically around 10 rupees or 15 rupees. That's what they do. So if you can bring it down to that cost, I think it's really something that can make an impact. And that's the reason why we tried to bring it down to a 10 rupee per hour kind of a model. So at the end of the day, the cost is almost 1/3 or less than 1/3 of what you would actually be spending in a typical brick and mortar training format. Earlier, he had to travel to cities to do it. Today, he does not have to do it. It's available in his village, in his town. He can do it completely at his place. And now, through Skilltrain, he's connected to a world of opportunities because we connect him to employment opportunities, not just in his area, but across organizations across the country. And that's where we are. Now, from an organization perspective, ultimately what we are trying to offer is skilled, certified, and verified talent. These are skilled, certified, definitely the verified talent, and we can vouch for the technical expertise that these guys come in with. And more importantly, the reach that we are able to offer to organizations to get down to small villages and try and pick up vocationally skilled talent. Today, organizations are not able to get into that level of rural foothold in terms of trying to get talent. I think we are offering that kind of a support to the organizations, and that's where I think we are able to effectively address the gap that I earlier spoke about. So that's in brief about Skilltrain. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ganesh. Vido and Shari will recall that during process we were also very excited to this particular application. And before we open it up for, I have a question that are you collaborating with the NSDC or you plan to collaborate?
We are talking to NSDC. We haven't signed up anything yet officially, but yes, we've been discussing with. Yes.
Okay, any question? This is a very yeah. Come on, that lady. Ashu, can you take the phone? Sorry, you have to do a lot of running around.
Yeah, congrats. That's extremely interesting. I'd like to know if your organization is making a push to bridge the gender divide in this kind of thing. Because are you trying for skills that girls and boys? Because if you look at the education data, there are a huge number of girl dropouts and a huge number of boy dropouts. And we are,
Absolutely, that's a very good question. Interesting question, in fact. Well, I'm sorry if I use a lot of he when I'm making a presentation. But yes, we do. I'm sorry for that. I need to learn that, I know. But yes, we have equal focus on both segments as well. Now, the way we decide on the courses is we try and identify the locality and try and see what is required for the local community in the first place. Because we don't want to displace people from villages to towns or cities and make it difficult for them. That's why we try and identify what is required locally. So there are places where we've identified that probably something like software making is something that we've seen that there are several people who are interested, particularly from them. Again, this is just one example I'm giving you. Please don't assume otherwise. But yes, we are trying to focus and we are looking for more partners who can probably give us inputs on what is needed. We are willing, more than happy to actually build content for you, make it available to you completely free of cost. And that's why we are, because we think this is not something that only we can actually do it. I think we need a lot of people joining in hands and trying to do it, and that's the only way we could probably look at addressing this whole issue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just one thing. You mentioned 150 million the cost part. Actually, 150 million is the target that NSDC has put it for itself, but the total requirement is like 500 million, not 150. So I just wanted to mention that in terms of others also to think about
Anyway, your point scares everybody.
That only goes to further justify that we need more such effort to happen in this direction.
Okay, thank you. Let us put our hands together. A beautiful thing. And it's a collaboration can issue this country. It's a vast country, very big country. So, unless you have anything, no question.